Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Bree. I am a transgender woman, but I'm also a fat girl. And so today we're talking about Golden Corral and buffet memories. Let me see if I can fix this camera. I apologize. Look, I would be lying if I said I didn't love to eat at a buffet. And obviously I don't eat at them very often because I don't want to die and I ain't got that kind of money. But I love going to the buffet. Now, by and large, the most popular buffet that I've attended multiple times, more than most other buffets, would be the Golden Corral. You're probably familiar with Golden Corral. It's your pretty standard buffet. You know, it's got all the fixins, just about a little bit of everything, just what you're looking for. Now, our personal experience going to Golden Corral is basically the same. We always went as a group. So, mom, dad, me, my sisters, their husbands, their kids, cousins, uncles, etc. It was always a big group. Usually 20 or more of us. It was always a big group. Buffets were usually reserved for special occasions, like birthday parties or Mother's Day, stuff like that. So it wasn't our go-to choice for just regular eating out or, whatever. Usually it was that would be like McDonald's or maybe Denny's or something like that. So going to the buffet was kind of, an occurrence, a treat. Now, Golden Corral was pretty standard. We usually had to reserve the little room because there were so many of us, because there's that little room that they reserve. And we would, fill up our plates and, eat and commune and chit-chat and laugh and joke and blah, 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 and then go about our business. I have depending on what type of buffet I'm at, which I'll modify this as to each type of buffet, I have a pretty standard, very standard trip through the buffet. I almost always, especially if I'm going to Golden Corral or a similar buffet like the Golden Corral, I almost always start with a salad bar. And I get a pretty standard plate of salad. I fill it up with lettuce, and then I top it with, the usual toppings, the sunflower seeds and the crunchies. I don't remember what they're called. Croutons, I think they're called. And the breadcrumbs, if they have it. The shredded cheese, the cottage cheese, the little miniature bite-sized tomatoes. What are they called? Cherry tomatoes? A little bit of potato salad if they have it. And then bacon bits, obviously. If available, my go-to dressing is the orange dressing. Dorothy Lynch if they have it, or French if they don't, which is basically right. If they don't have that, they're going to get a bad review on Yelp. But in addition to that, then I go to just your standard ranch. After the plate of salad has been consumed, and also you start off with dinner rolls. You shouldn't, but we do. Then you go back for plate one. Plate one is regular foods. Fried chicken, mashed potatoes, a little bit of lasagna, maybe some, bite-sized shrimp, maybe some mac and cheese if they got it. Just a little bit of everything. I load up plate one. A big old pile of shit. Plate one. Eat everything on plate one. So when we go to the buffet, it's a 2 or 3 hour experience for us. Because I want to fucking eat everything that's in the buffet. I want to get my $50 worth. Because it's a special treat. So that's plate one. You got to take a break to go to the bathroom, come back, drink a little bit of the soda, chit-chat a little bit, let the stomach settle, and then go back for plate two. Plate 2 is all the side dishes and stuff you didn't have room for plate 1. So this is when you get the, the scallop potatoes and the mashed potatoes that have, instead of your plate 1 is mashed potatoes with country gravy, plate 2 might be mashed potatoes with brown gravy. This is also when you get, like, a slice of pizza or the hard, crunchy breadsticks, which are delicious. I love the crunchy breadsticks. Like they used to have at the salad bars. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, those are so delicious. I love those. Those are my favorite type of breadsticks. Also, I forgot to mention the club crackers on my salad bar plate, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, then you get all the stuff you didn't have room for plate 1. So you finish plate 2, you chit-chat some more, you drink some more soda, you have another dinner roll. You shouldn't, but you do. You're bloated at this point, but you're going back for dessert. Now, dessert comes in 2 waves. Wave 1, you fill the plate up with pastries. Pie and pudding and maybe a piece of cake, maybe a cookie crumb thing, whatever. And also a little bowl of fruit, topped with whipped cream. And also, separate from that, but at the same trip, a bowl of ice cream. Now, the ice cream is fully fucking loaded. So you get the bowl, you fill it up with as much ice cream as you can realistically put in the bowl. And then you add sprinkles, M&M's if they got it, gummy bears if they got it, peanut bits if they got it, Reese's Pieces if they got it, chocolate chips if they got it, and then you smother it in sauce. Now, this is where a lot of people are going to cringe. You start with the cherry sauce, you top that with the butterscotch, and then you top that with the chocolate syrup. And then you go eat all this shit. And then it's time to go home and take a fucking nap. Well, walk in the park and then take a nap. But the walk in the park is absolutely essential because you don't want to explode. That's your standard Golden Corral type buffet. Now, there are other types of buffets that are out there. There's the casino buffet. Now, the rules are, you throw the rules out the window. The casino buffet is fucking 3, 4, 5 plates. You're there for 4 or 5 hours. You fucking eat everything that they offer. You sample fucking everything. Desserts, everything. 2 or 3 plates of desserts. You take your time at the casino buffet. And you get it. Because the casino buffet tends to have a lot more variety than your standard buffet. And the casino buffet also has higher quality product than your standard buffet. Your standard buffet is going to have maybe a piece of steak or maybe, maybe a filet mignon, maybe some kind of meat or a hamburger or a hot dog or something. But your casino buffet is going to have shrimp. It's going to have, prime rib. It's going to have your more expensive steak meats and a lot more options. Then there's the breakfast buffet. Now, you don't overdo it at the breakfast buffet because breakfast is a totally different ordeal than, usually you're having a combined dinner and supper for when you go to Golden Corral. And I say dinner means, to some of y'all, dinner is lunch. We say supper. That's what some of y'all say dinner. It's confusing, but dinner is at noon, supper is after. All right, now that we got that out of the way, when you go to the Golden Corral type buffet, it's a combined meal. It's basically your one meal for the day. The breakfast buffet is more reserved for like Mother's Day or Valentine's Day or very special occasions. Easter Sunday, stuff like that. Very special occasions, very rare. The breakfast buffet, you're really only going to go for 2 plates. Plate 1, the scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage links, sausage patty, a slice of ham, hash browns, whatever their meat concoction is. Sometimes they have corned beef hash. Sometimes they have, like a type of, sometimes they have an omelet. Sometimes they have a scrambled egg with like potatoes in it or, whatever, some kind of different stuff in it, diced like Polish sausages or whatever. Sometimes you have that. You fill it up. Plate 2 is just basically seconds. It's basically identical to plate 1. It's just seconds if you're still hungry. Usually you don't go for a third plate at the breakfast buffet, but you could if you're like that hungry and you know you're not going to eat again. But you got to pace yourself. Come on. Then you have the specialty buffets. There are 2 types of specialty buffets that I've been to that are pretty common. Specialty buffet type 1, the Chinese buffet. I fucking hate the Chinese buffet because I don't know what to do there. I take my plate and I go through, and it usually takes me 3 different trips to find enough food to eat because I'm not a big fan of most Chinese foods. So I put a little bit of everything on the plate, go sit down, eat, finish the stuff I liked, set aside the stuff I didn't, go back, try to remember the stuff I did like and get more of it, and try not to get any more of the stuff I didn't like. And then maybe a trip to the salad bar if I'm inclined, but it's not mandatory at the Chinese buffet. The other specialty buffet is the pizza buffet. Now I know you're immediately thinking of CC's, but ew. No, I'm talking Pizza Hut. We're talking back in the day when Pizza Hut was still goddamn good. They always had a Sunday brunch buffet. Not every Pizza Hut, but most of them did. So the Sunday brunch buffet, the way it worked is they just pushed out this little tray of heat lamps and they just loaded it up with pizza. And they gave you basically a little bit of everything. So this, you're going to go there, you're going to get a slice of pepperoni, you're going to get a slice of Supreme, a slice of taco if it's available, a slice of barbecue chicken if it's available, a slice of just a little bit of, just basically a little bit of everything. And then this small plate for the salad bar. One tiny trip through the salad bar. Same salad bar as before. Basically fully loaded. Put everything on it that you can. And eat your stuff. Yeah, you're also going to get a breadstick, cheese sticks if they have it, chicken wings if they have it, but you're pretty much there for the pizza. I haven't been to any buffet at all of any sort in at least 4 years, maybe 5 years. None since the pandemic started. So at least since 2020. But it was probably the last time I went to a buffet would have been my birthday, which is September 2019. So it's been almost 5 years since I've been to a buffet of any kind. I think I went to a Chinese buffet a few months ago, but I don't really count that. Because the Chinese buffet is I don't know what I'm eating. I hate going to Chinese buffets because it's I can never remember. There's 3 foods I like at the Chinese restaurant, and I can never remember what they're called, and so I can never remember what they look like, so I'm always oh my god, I don't know what to get. I hate going to the Chinese buffet. I hate it. Because I don't know what to fucking order. Or what to get. I don't know what to eat. I don't... Now, okay, I have to backpedal. Back in the day, they might not do it anymore, but back in the day, KFC used to also do a Sunday brunch buffet. Or at least, some of the KFCs I've been to did. That's just fried chicken, mashed potatoes, potato salad, coleslaw. I mean, it's just basically eating at KFC, only it's in a buffet style. That's not an ideal situation, because you're not going to eat that much fucking fried chicken. You're just going to go pay the $6 for a 3-piece plate. You're gonna save money, and you're going to get, more bang for your buck than wasting your money on the buffet that you're not even going to fucking eat all that fucking much. You can't eat that much fried chicken because fried chicken is breaded, which fills your stomach fast, and your sides are potato based, which are carbs, which fill your stomach fast as well. Also, it's fast food, so you're under pressure to get in and get out quicker. You can't just sit down and take your time and let your stomach settle between trips. You have to fill up your plate, eat, and get the fuck out of the way. I don't like going to KFC for the buffet. I never did. Now, separate but similar to the buffet, some restaurants, usually local restaurants, and it's usually only on like Friday nights or Saturday nights or Sunday afternoons or whatever. Some of your local cafes, diners, etc. set up what they call a smorgasbord, which is sort of like a mini buffet. It's basically just like a table with a little bit of everything on the menu. And you have way fewer options, and it's usually pretty crowded, and it's pretty limited, and it's only for a limited time, so it's another instance where you got to get in and get out really quick. So you really just grab a plate of food, eat it, and go home. Those are not ideal because, it again, like the KFC buffet, it's more economical to just sit down and get a plate of spaghetti than it is to try to get your money's worth out of the buffet, or smorgasbord, when you don't have time. Because there's a whole line of truck drivers who are like 400 plus pounds, like breathing down your neck, and you got to get the fuck out of their way because you're afraid they'll eat you if you don't hurry the fuck up. So yeah, buffets are fun. I love them. Stay cool.